And welcome to Training Tuesday, where we go through weekly tips and tricks to make your career just a little bit more awesome. This week, we are talking about clarity, which is a big question mark for a lot of people. Now, often on consults, I get on the call and hear something along these lines. I'm feeling super frustrated because I don't know exactly where I want to go next. So I know what I'm doing now is not it, but I also have no idea what that might look like. And I'm used to seeing, my best friend knew she wanted to be a doctor from a young age. My partner knew that they wanted to work in environmental sciences or in conservation their whole life, and now they're doing those things. And then here's me having no idea what I want to do next and feeling like I have no idea how to figure it out. Now, to compound that, conversation I hear, often the people I work with are high achievers who are used to having every area of their lives figured out. And so it feels double overwhelming when they realize that their career, this huge piece, is something that has happened to them and they have no idea what they actually want. So if you're feeling that way, that's okay. You're not alone. I feel like that. A lot of my clients have felt like that. That's why I started Empowered Achievers, because I remember that feeling so incredibly well of having no idea of where you wanted to go, right? But instead of this unknowingness, you can get to a place of clarity where all of your decisions can be better guided, where you know so deeply what you want, what you're looking for, that it makes it a little bit easier every time it comes to making any sort of decision. So it is totally possible to do. For the most part, people just don't know the process to getting there. And so they make the mistake of either, one, waiting around for clarity to dawn on them and having a realization, which you'll probably be waiting for a long time. Two, they end up trying to put a bunch of surface level goals of the things that they want to do by certain ages in place of clarity, feeling like that's going to give them peace of mind, when really it just gives them structure and they're still not really sure. So instead of doing those things, what we want to do is give you a process on how to get to clarity. Now, I've talked about the 5 pillars that are the basis of all of my one-on-one work, all of Career Clarity Camp, all of my programming. Those are the following. 1, getting clear on who you are and what you're about. So nailing down the things that you love and your specific needs. 2, getting clear on how to map those opportunities to roles. So actually, of all the many routes that you're considering, narrowing them down. 3, actually learning how to vet opportunities accordingly, whether that be to stay at the current role, to look at for a new opportunity, or to start your own thing. 4, mindset, so actually dealing with all of the repeating patterns, things that keep happening, helping you deal with some of the pressures that you might feel to find fulfillment in a certain way, or whatever that might be, right? That's a big piece of getting to clarity. And then 5, having the accountability, the process to actually make it happen, moving past fear with those steps. So while that's the structure and the backbone of all of my programming, today I want to highlight that first one to you. Getting clear on who you are and what you're about. Because that's the really important part about clarity is all about getting in depth and understanding you and what you're looking for. Right? So if you're struggling with it, the first thing that I'm going to suggest that you start today is sitting down and asking yourself, what's the stuff that I love and how can I do a little bit more of that? This also means moving away from the stuff that you don't love. So sometimes there's things that you're good at that aren't necessarily your sweet spot or they're really draining to you. Right? So take the time to sit down and say, what do I love? How do I do a little bit more of that? And if you're having questions about your clarity as a whole or that direction, reach out to me. I'm still taking some calls this week for Career Clarity Camp, but I'm here to support you through that process because I completely understand and I so remember what it was like to have no idea what I wanted to do. Right? So Clarity Camp is a 3-month-long program where you have group calls, individual calls, self-study training. It's really the best of all of the work that I do one-on-one with clients, but done in a way over 3 months where you can really get the most out of it, where we have a small group so each of you can get to know each other, which is why I'm handpicking the group through the calls that I'm having. And so reach out if you have questions about it. If you're looking for that kind of clarity, you can either drop camp in the comments below, you can DM me, or I'll also leave the link to apply if you're ready to reach out and schedule your call. So that's how it works, right? Take that first step. You can certainly start that on your own, but if you're looking for that clarity, if you want to know where you want to go as a whole, if you want to feel that assuredness of knowing that you're always making the right decision for you, reach out to me. I am here to support you and I am so in your corner. Okay? So I'm thinking of you. Good luck and happy working!